Welcome back to another week of the Cod Tales Podcast.
Let's go.
So this week we talk about the book Old Man in the Sea.
Yeah, a bit of a follow-up from the episode 2 weeks ago, so listening for that one.
Yeah, and as you heard a couple of cool yarns from a Mitre 10.
Yeah, the old Mighty 10 stories about the mighty Murray cod. It was fascinating, mate. You wait.
Yeah, pulling our cod out of the river with a tractor.
How good is that?
And winter is coming.
Oh, targeting cod and the big grind. So,
Yeah, playing a bit of a morning get-up chicken and all the worst and best things about Murray codfish.
So strap in.
Yeah.
As well as a few ANZAC stories from 42 casts and reeling bets. Big shout out for those guys.
Yep. Thanks for everything you've done for us and thanks for your service.
Always our favourite day of the year.
Yeah. And finish him off with some Cod Tales cocktail talk.
Cod Tales cocktail, mate. We're going to make up some recipes and talk some shit.
Let's go.
Let's rip into this.
Let's go.
Welcome back to another week of the Cod Tales Podcast. Mate, we've put a few tins away and thought we might switch on the mics tonight.
Yeah, we weren't even intending to. Just came in, did some mental health lure board updates and edited an old episode and got the happies and like, fucking let's go.
Switch on. Just like the cod should in winter.
Oh, I wish they did. I really wish they did, but it's a hard slog sometimes. It really is.
It can be. It can be a very hard slog.
Yeah. I haven't had a donut in the river for a very long time now, and I'm not looking forward to the next couple of months of cold.
Fishing dams, getting one bite in 2 days. Oh, we live for that shit.
Oh, 100%. It's not about obviously it's about the fishing, but you get out there, you're cold, you're miserable, you're fighting rain and wind and every element you can fucking think of, ice, sometimes snow, depending where you live. And then that one magical bite all through it makes it all worth it.
Yeah, you forget about it all. You're like,
Yeah.
yes, this cod fishing's good shit.
Yeah, that's right. You know, you're passing around the Stones bottles in the boat or, you know, whatever other liquid that's going around.
That's a good tip.
Bit of wiki. Oh, yeah. That is a brilliant tip.
Stones, mate. Cheap.
Green ginger wine. Cheap as fuck. Heaps in a bottle. You can buy, what, more than a litre.
I think it's a 1.25, isn't it? The big dog.
Might even be more. Can't remember. But, yeah, big dog of Stones costs you stuff all. Pretty high percentage, like 14 or something %.
And warms you from the inside out.
Oh.
Like, puppy.
Mate, I feel like one of those hot dog buns being put on one of those spikes. Warms you from the inside out.
Look, I don't know about you, but I would not like to be put on a spike. Yeah, well, that leads me into a bit of a conversation.
Oh, here we go.
The old cold mornings cod fishing when you play chicken.
Oh, we've done this a few times to each other.
Absolutely, and you act like you're asleep. And
yeah. You hear your alarm goes off, you hear your mate's alarm go off in the swags, and then you just lay there and you play get up chicken to see who's getting up first. It's like, did he roll over and go back to sleep? Is he actually getting up? Because I'm not getting up if he's not.
Yeah, that's right. Oh, no. Jesus, fucking warm in here, isn't it?
Yeah, I got me 3 blankies and me bloody sleeping bag and I'm pretty good. Then you hear the, you up? Yeah, mate.
It's easier if you sleep in the same swag and then it's just a shoulder tap.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, no, there's been plenty of mornings like that. You wake up and the alarm gets tapped 2 or 3 times. You're like, fuck, we're going to miss the golden hour.
Especially when I've done a few midwinter camps by myself, cod fishing.
Yeah.
I reckon they're the hardest. They are
absolutely.
the hardest because you really got to fucking convince yourself you want to get up and do this.
Yeah. You nearly convince yourself that there's going to be a cod to buy, and yet there's no fucking guarantee. But you tell yourself that in an hour's time you're going to have a fish on the deck and it's going to be 1.20 m.
Yeah.
But it never fucking happens.
No.
It does, but it doesn't.
Yeah, not to me, but
Yeah. Actually dibbling back on one last year that we did at Burrendong and the flag flag
swap.
flag swap.
Yeah, swag swap.
Yeah,
Very
stayed open.
solid. Yeah, it was ridiculous.
And the old even butane gas cooker that we couldn't even cook a fucking
Try to
feet
get
of
up
brekkie.
and cook bacon and butane. Yeah, hot tip: don't take butane in the middle of winter because I do it all the time. I'm like, oh, it wasn't that bad. We got through, but realistically, just take gas, LPG, little cooker with LPG. It's fucking way better. Doesn't freeze up.
And we got a nice cod that night before bed, so we're kind of keen that they were on the bite.
That's
but,
right. The rest of the trip was a fucking bust.
We chased a few cod around and chased our own tails on the way home, but that's cod fishing.
Yeah, it's fun as fuck.
Let's just put it out there.
Yeah.
Give it a go.
Yeah, I think one of my favourite cold cod trips that we've done was Windermere.
Favourite?
Yeah, Windermere.
It was
Cold as fuck, and it was foggy and almost sleeting.
Yep.
Like it was miserable. But
was this the
holy
weekend me and you went up?
Yeah.
Yep.
And there was one other camp on the whole bank of Windermere. It was you and me and one other camp. It was the weekend before cod close.
Yeah, it was. Yeah.
We had a mad chat to the boys. We knew them from somewhere. I can't remember who they were, but
Yeah. It got me stumped.
nah, lost me. But didn't catch any fish, but fuck did we see some proppers.
I missed a good one that weekend.
Yeah, on a TN of all fucking things.
Yeah.
Yeah, TN60.
It was a TN, wasn't it?
It was a TN60. It was right before you lay down for 3 hours because you were feeling crook as fuck.
I know I missed one in Limestone on a Gania.
Fuck, that might be it.
But
I might have been crossing.
yeah, because that was the one that fucking gives us heebie-jeebies. Like he was
Still to this date, the biggest cod I've ever seen on the fucking scope.
how you see a fish at that volume move so quick is just mind-blowing.
Yeah, and what we're talking here is like we're using metre boxes, and this thing almost filled up a fucking metre deep. It was at least 3/4 metre deep. Fuck me, dead. It was a fat fish.
Yeah, it was a proper one.
Like it was doing the whole. I don't know. For the people who use live scope, you'll probably understand, but you can see the whole. It looks like a porpoise.
Yeah.
Like it's fat, it's round. You can see the two little pectoral fins moving. It's that big. You can see the big fucking tail beat.
Yeah, and I remember swinging when it hit too, and no weight. I was just gutted in myself. Like,
Yeah.
I reckon if I didn't see it on the scope though, I probably would have got it because I wouldn't have struck.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Could be.
But, fuck, you never know because it's not going to give me another shot.
No, fuck no. But in saying that, every single fish I've caught in dams now has not been targeted on the scope. It's been look around, see what's about, and flick. That's the only way I can seem to get them. I can't target them and get them to bite while watching them eat.
I definitely still favour the scope for that. I've caught a lot of good fish off scope,
Oh, for sure.
and I'll never say no. But we get them blind. Don't get me wrong.
Oh, fuck yeah.
But there's just something about seeing that fish
Oh,
and
it
the way
shits
his
you the
reaction
tears too.
changes, and you're
Yeah.
like, oh, what
I
am I
think it's
doing
just
wrong?
like for me, it's a tool just to determine if they're hungry or not. If they look like they're going to eat, I'm going to target that area a lot longer. Then it doesn't. If they look a bit doughy or a bit fucked, and I'm out of there. Fuck 'em. Yeah, but winter is coming.
Yeah, winter's coming, and that means a lot of the styles we chase cod are going to change.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
Kind of a good thing. You don't. The most enjoyable thing with winter, I reckon, is not fishing as deep.
Yeah,
Fishing them shallow, warmer banks, a metre of water.
Yeah.
Like that's elite.
yeah, it's good fun. But chucking big baits,
Yeah. Go
back.
big or go home.
your back hurts.
We're throwing some monster lures, and
Yeah.
last year I was even dibbling into the 250 size with the Garudas, and
Yeah, Garudas. That is a cracking lure. I love that lure.
they are a good lure. I'll give him that for sure. I missed a cracker at Burrendong on one.
Yeah.
But you can chin weight them,
Chin weight, you can use them as surface, you can use them as subsurface, you can chin weight them down a couple of meters if you wanted to.
yeah, they're
One
not for
ounce
the
on.
faint-hearted though. They are expensive.
$180, isn't it?
Yeah. So
See you later.
there's one that you buy and hide the receipt and make sure the missus don't find it because, mate, you're probably in the doghouse.
Oh yeah, straight up.
Or you do the old faithful, oh yeah, I want it in a comp doll. Easy. I've got away with that so much. It's great.
What else is fun about winter fishing? You're passing around the
I reckon it's a shorter list if we find what's fun because there's a lot of shit stuff.
You have to find what's fun. Yeah, but I still love it. I rug up. I'm going to say it. I'm a fucking sook when it comes to the cold.
Oh, same. I'm a teddy bear. I'm made to be cuddled.
As soon as it gets down under 5, I'm not fucking loving life, to be honest.
Nah, yeah. Oh, look, I'll get to 0. But when you start giving
Fuck
me
me,
them
I've seen
minuses-
you still in shorts in 0.
Yeah,
You're the coldest cunt I know going, and you're still in shorts in 0, but you're rugged up, fully up top. It still boggles my mind.
Mate, to this day, obviously I grew up in Orange and I'd seen snow every fucking week of my life for a long time. But my bottom half of my body does not get cold. I can...
Fucking no
be
feeling below the
-10.
waist.
Nah, shit, no. Bad. But I can, middle of winter, mate, I can fucking shorts it. As long as I'm rugged up top and I've still got blood flow to my hands, I can fish. I can't fish. You can still fish without legs.
Yeah. Well, I mentioned before, I'm still long johns underneath, so merino thermals on the bottoms and tops.
Yep.
I'm still trackies on the bottoms with your windproof spray pants.
Yep.
And then on top, fishing shirt, jumper, spray jacket, big jacket.
Well, here's one for you. I've never owned a pair of thermals.
Ever. Get on it. They are the best. Go down to your local tradie workwear place or...
Total workwear.
Yeah, Total Workwear, Dubbo, that's where I go, mate. Fucking fantastic. Merino thermals under... Oh, cheap as shit, and fuck, they keep you warm.
Mate, yeah, I like to be one with the cod.
I'll let you go swimming next time if you want.
Look, I've been swimming in winter, but not by choice.
Oh, no. No. Fuck that.
Oh, yeah. No, it's good. The old winter, it definitely plays a trick on your mind with being so cold and trying to focus on what you're doing.
Yeah.
But the results, mate, if you can...
they pay off if you really fucking stick to it. I think for me, my biggest pet peeve of winter is being wet.
Oh, shit, yeah. Yeah, you're wet, you're cold straight away.
Yeah.
There's...
Freaking hate it, man.
Yeah, there's been... I remember a trip...
Just wake that you wake up in the morning and you peek your nose outside your swag and everything's dewy.
Yeah.
Everything you touch is fucking wet. You go down, and if you haven't, and this is another pro tip, I always have a towel in the boat. That way you get into your boat, you grab your towel, you wipe off your seats, you wipe off everything you're about to put your ass on so you're not fucking soaking everything up.
Yeah.
And that's the other reason why I use those spray pants and spray jacket, because they're waterproof or water resistant, whatever the fuck they are. So just saves you. But still, you get in the boat, you wipe it all down, and you sit down and you lean forward or something like that, and all your shirts and pants start separating, and your fucking small of your back touches a cold, wet seat.
Game over. Yeah. But another thing with winter and chasing cod is the amount of times I've had the front of my reel build up with ice guides. I hate that.
I've never had it in the dam.
I've had the Burrendong.
I've never had a real ice up in the dam. I don't know what it is. Fuckloads of times in the river, but
Yeah.
fuckloads. The coldest morning I can remember was in the river. And it was every 2-3 casts that the worm drive eyelet just freezing up.
Yeah.
Piling up with the ice. Yuck.
Yeah, that's cold. I've had it. Yeah, I've had it Burrendong. I remember there was one day fishing with Colo and we were at Burrendong chasing yellers in the middle of winter. Stupid.
Not stupid. We had a fucking cracking session last year.
Oh, me and Colo belted
Yeah.
some fish that day, but we had snow settling on the boat as we were catching these fish. And I've still got the video to this day.
Is that the photo you took when you're out your old man's and old girls and you woke up in the morning and it was snow piled on the boat?
Snow on the boat. Yeah.
Same trip?
Yeah, so I woke up in Orange and there's 2.5 inches of snow. And then we got out the dam and all the snow had disappeared off the boat. There was no snow on the ground or whatnot.
Yeah.
Started fishing and, yeah, mate, it was starting to settle. As the sun come up, it was starting to settle on the boat. We were piling fish in, but, mate, was it cold.
Really? Mm-hmm. That's nuts.
Yeah, she was. I haven't done much of that, like, to be honest. Like, we were fishing very deep that year.
Yeah.
For yellers, like in winter, we're fishing 10 metres. It was ridiculous. But, yeah, I'm not looking forward to it, but I am. I'm excited for winter. I'm excited for bigger fish.
I am so excited, man.
And I fucking hope you get your first Mitre this winter. I really do. I've fished with you for a few years now, and I've seen you. You've come a long way because
I've definitely come a long way.
You're ticking some boxes now, so it's only a matter of time. Really.
It is a matter of time, and yeah, it's something I'm trying to put a lot of effort into now. Something I'm definitely trying to concentrate on. But exciting, and I don't know if I've talked about this before, but I think I hooked a Mitre the other day.
Yeah, you did.
By myself.
I don't know. I wasn't with you either.
Yeah, by myself. And it's just like, oh, yeah, fuck it, he by himself. He fucking.
Good snag, eh? No.
But I had an orgy plough on, 100 mil orgy plough on my favourite colour. Cast it into this.
Elton John.
Cast it into this snag that you and I have always loved but never got a fish off. We've always mentioned it to each other. This snag looks absolutely mint. It's after a rapid part. It's a big root ball with a big other stump going into it. And nice flow over it. Never got a fish out of it. Like either there's no fish there or it's a big fish there.
Yeah. Yep.
Send me a lure into it. 3 cranks in, crunch. I could not lift my rod tip up. I couldn't budge. It peeled drag for 2 seconds. Let go. Lure flew out of the water from meters down. Like I had that much pressure on it, just fucking flew up at me. Went to swim the orgy again and it wouldn't swim. It sunk. So I was like, what the fuck is going on with this orgy plough?
Pierced a hole in the side of her.
So pulled it up and the hook had gone straight through the side of the body and just created a full hole. Like it was that big that the hook was going in and out of the hole.
Wow.
So this isn't me smacking like, oh yeah, no, you're just smacking the hook on a rock and the hook's going into the body. No. It was in through the fucking plastic. Like whatever grabbed this had enough force to push that hook through the plastic and create a hole.
Yeah.
So that got me very fucking excited. And I sent you a Snapchat about it and I was trembling.
You were shaking. It was great. I can't even remember what I was doing. Something at home with the missus and I get this Snapchat and here's Dane shaking like a leaf.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh. And then I remember I showed the missus and she was like, fuck, can we go tomorrow night? I was like, done. And we went out.
I know exactly where that snag is.
Will he come back? But nah.
Don't get me wrong. I still love orgy plough. It's still one of my favourite lures in the river. But now it's made me think I might go to timber more often now.
Timber lures?
Timber lures. And my river box now is stacked full of them. Absolutely stacked full of them now.
Did you have you got a timber net? Because if you want to use fucking timber, mate, you're better off getting a timber net.
Go away, mate.
No, look, yeah, I like timber, but, mate, it's just something about that rattle for me.
Yeah, and I was thinking about that. I was thinking, like, how can I add a rattle to a timber lure?
Drill a hole in it.
Well, that's pretty much your options.
Yeah.
Like, that's pretty much your options. Drill a hole in it and add your own little rattle. Like, you see all those American fishermen, like bass fishermen, and they're adding rattles to soft plastics and divers.
Yeah,
and
there's plenty of ways.
freaking everything now is you can pretty much add a rattle to. So it can't be that hard to add a rattle into a timber.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll stick to normal rattles, me. Yeah.
But it's the whole thing. You have one bad experience with something, you're like, fuck this, I'm going to swap.
I've just had for instance, a couple of weeks ago, we got back from Cod Nationals and had a heap of timber stuff to try out. We caught fish on timber, don't get me wrong, but when we made the transition from timber to rattle, made a hell of a fucking difference.
It can. I definitely think it can. I think it definitely works better in dirtier water.
Yeah.
I think the whole... I don't know, the way my brain ticks over, it's like if it's clear, you want something that's a little bit more stealth and more sight orientated.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, well, that's just swim baits for me. That's more silent.
That's right, yeah. Moves water
Yeah.
and is silent and it's more of a visual cue.
Yeah.
Because
I just think
it's clearer, they're a bit more cautious, they're sitting down, looking up. Something that's silent and moves like a real fish, they're going to crunch.
Yeah.
More than something that's louder in their face. Whereas it's dirty, they're going to try and be finding something that's moving and making noise.
Yeah. And the best way I put that is like clear water, that's swim baits, 100% for me. I fish swim baits religiously. And like you said, it's a lot of visual over attractant. So they're going to cream a swim bait when it's nice and clear. They're probably still going to eat a hard body. Don't get me wrong, I've caught plenty of fish in clear water on hard bodies, but when it comes to dirty water, I fish hard bodies with a rattle, no doubt.
Yeah.
And to me, it's like when you wake up in the morning and your fucking 6:30 alarm's going off to get up and go to work. All you want to do is find that phone and turn it off. You just want to smash the fucking thing. And that's how I think of fishing in the river. You throw a nice, big, loud hard body, slick back, whatever it is, and you start cranking this thing down, and this cod's having a peaceful morning, and all of a sudden it's just clunk, 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 and just pisses him off, and he's like, fucking whack. Just like us at 6:30 in the morning smashing the alarm. Love it.
Yeah.
And, I just kind of put myself in the perspective there of what would I do?
No, that's fair.
I'd smash it.
Get the fuck away.
Yeah, don't wake me up.
I get you. Speaking of lures and also stuff, terminal tackle. So we had Timmy Cooper, one of our good mates. So we met down at Cod Nats and been a follower of the show for a little while now.
Yeah.
He sent in a question for us the other day. He'd been chucking around some cod jigs.
Mm-hmm.
And, chasing those big cod down there.
Yep.
In the Murray and Mole and all the rest. He had a 100-pound split ring unravel itself. And he on a fish, and he landed the fish and went 93. And, mate, congrats. That's a stonker. It's a fat fish. Very fat fish. But obviously you've worked in the tackle industry for a while. A 100-pound split ring should not – and I've got the picture of it looking at it now. It looks like a bloody paperclip.
I'd love to have a quick look at it here.
Yeah, it's unraveled proper.
Got? Oh, shit. Yeah, okay. That's interesting. That is really interesting.
Yeah, so he's got a split ring off the front of his
fuck, he's lucky. Well done, Timmy. Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Like, it's got a 2-wind split ring, and pretty much the first wind is unraveled completely.
Yeah. And I can honestly put a bit of light on this is I've had it happen to me before, and especially with heavier heavier split rings and whatnot.
Yeah.
If that fish is actually on that treble and they get it to the point where it's back to one wire, like the split ring sitting on the lure at the toe point type of thing, and if it rolls and opens that split ring up and it's only sitting on one wire, it can stretch obviously a shitload easier.
So I think this split ring is on his toe point.
Yeah, it is. Yep.
Yeah. So you reckon possibly, what's he got here? He's got tied to the toe point from
with a bit of braid.
Yeah. So do you, like, of your experience, do you reckon what's happened is maybe that split ring is stretched a little bit and the braids wrapped around and grabbed one of the wraps?
Absolutely.
On the split ring and just pulled that single wrap. That's why that single wrap's undone and not both.
And that goes down to, not saying he's done it or whatnot, but I've seen it in the past. If you're changing hooks and split rings out on a lure and you use the wrong tools, for instance, an oversized split ring plier, if you leave a gap, so you overstretch that split ring, which allows it to have that gap to roll off and be a lot weaker.
Yeah.
You don't have that double wrap anymore. You're back to a single.
Yeah.
I've seen it on a few things. I've had it to myself.
And look, it kind of could have come from manufacturer like that. Like they put a split ring on the front and just a split ring they've gone and put on is a little bit faulty and it's left a gap.
Yeah, always check your split ring. It's got to be tight. You should not see daylight between your split ring.
Oh, no. Tight as anything. So he's also asked, he doesn't want to name names of the split ring or anything like that.
No.
But he wants to know what brand of hooks and split rings and sizes are we running at the moment?
Yep. Easy.
For me, personally, I love Gammas. Yep.
I'm BKK.
Yep. BKK.
In split ring, definitely.
Yeah,
BKK or Van Fook.
Oh, Van Fook. Yeah, they do
Van Fook are
awesome split ring too.
Van Fook are actually really good for their size for strength.
Yeah.
They're a little bit smaller, which is good for the smaller stuff that you still want a lot of power in.
Yeah, and it sort of comes down to the sort of bait you're using as well. Like
absolutely,
you're using your bid bait. You want something a slightly bigger split ring, slightly bigger hook. Just for instance, at the moment, I've just redone the split rings and hooks on my SB Barras.
Yep.
I went with the what were they? Mustad Ultra Points. 2 on the front and a 1 on the back.
Did you go Ultra Point? Yeah. Did.
Ultra Points. Yep. Yeah, 2 on the front, 1 on the back, Ultra Points. And for the splitties, I like the Gammas in size 4 and 5.
Yeah, 5's the go. If you can fit a 5, stay alive.
Yeah.
Which
I think they're about, don't quote me, but I think it's 70.
Yeah, I think it's 70, 74 or something. They're pounds though in Gammas. Where you go to a Van Fook, they're about 110.
Yeah. No.
So
I thought it might have been 70 kilo that I was using. I can't. No, 54 kilo. 54 kilo. They're the ones.
In Gammas. Shit. I thought that might be a size 6.
Maybe it is. I think it's about that 54 kilo. It's either a 40 and a 54 kilo, I think I use the split rings. So, right tool for your split rings to put them on. Make sure there's not a gap.
That's where you start.
You need to build that strong base. Next thing is the Ultra Points, the 2 and the 1 that I'm using on those slender lures, just so they don't take up such a bigger profile. But something unlike Mag Draft or a Biwa Capsis, those bigger 7, 9, 10-inch plastics, I'm using jaw locks. I think I'm using jaw locks at the moment. Mustad jaw locks.
They're a good hook.
Love the jaw locks. Or is it BKK Vipers?
Yeah.
Even on some of those like 10-inch plus, 3.0. They're the ones that tuck up into the belly.
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm always oversized for stuff like that, and especially in plastics. Like most would be 9-inch plastics, 2.0s, 3.0s.
Yeah.
Actually, scratch 2.0s, that's bullshit. 3.0s straight off the bat. Yeah, I'm a big hook.
Yeah.
But also my hook diameter, and depending on what hook I'm using, depends on my line as well.
Oh, big time.
Like once I go to fluoro, if I'm straight through fluoro, there is no way in hell I'm using more than ×3. So as in strength-wise.
Yeah, that's right.
So
because
that's it.
you got that extra stretch. You got that extra forgiveness in the line with fluoro.
Yeah, your Ultra Point's perfect for
Yeah.
all that fluoro stuff. They're nice and thin. You can penetrate them on
Still
28
pretty good
pound
gauge.
mono or fluoro, I should say. And then
Because you try and strike with fluoro, and what are you getting? You're getting a fucking not
you're
much
striking
return.
slack.
Yeah.
That's what you're doing.
Yeah, that's right. Until they try and pull away and they're pulling into the hook, you're not
Yeah.
getting much penetration. Whereas you got braid on with a fluorocarbon leader,
Yeah,
you can use a bigger hook because you can try and smack it into that lip a bit harder.
Yeah, jam it into it like a 4 times. I've seen some blokes run 5. It's a bit big for me.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of anything above 3 times, to be honest.
Nah, neither.
I reckon as in the river.
If you're going to go harder than 3 times, you're fucking you're fishing wrong gear. Like, you need to.
People, everyone fishes differently. This is just our perspective.
Yeah,
But
absolutely. Yeah.
for me, I like 3 times and maybe just slack your drag off just a touch.
Yep.
Enough to when you strike, it's going to crack it in, like sink that hook in. But once it starts taking off, it's going to peel drag slowly, not just stop.
Yep.
Because it's that it tries to get away really quickly and violently in a sharp
Yep.
head shake. And that's where you start breaking split rings, straightening hooks.
Well, you can ask any fisherman is like, would you rather get the hit of the fish and not hook it? Or would you rather get the fish and hook it on a lighter gauged hook and have the chance to land it? Where if you don't drive
That's the biggest battle in it.
Absolutely.
That is the biggest battle with choosing hooks.
you can same scenario. You can get a fish to eat a swim bait, for instance, 3 times trebles. Way easier to drive those hooks in and have that battle.
Yeah.
If they're too thick, you might pin them for 3 seconds and they're gone. You didn't get past the barb. It's game over.
Which I think
prefer that chance.
yeah, prefer that chance. And it probably comes back to I was using the SB Barras with standard hooks and shit for ages.
Yep.
And I landed a 93.
Yeah, and an 80 something.
84 and a 93 out of the dam on standard hooks. But because they were standard hooks, they were so much thinner and they just penetrated so easy.
Yeah, shit. Yeah, you don't need that effort.
Yeah, you don't need the effort. They almost hook themselves, like
And
strike themselves
as much as
into the
we
lure.
both love cod, like
Insane.
you're not going to get a cod in a dam to go stupid to the point where
yeah.
like I've had plenty of fish play up, but in the river is where you need that stopping power.
Yeah, that's
Because
right.
they got to snag 50 centimeters everywhere they look. You've got to pull.
They're
them
running
out.
for something. yeah.
Yeah, where the dam you've kind of got that leeway to give them a bit.
A little bit of run, a little bit of stretch if you're using straight fluoro, a little bit lighter gauge hook so you get that better penetration.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I think I was lucky with that 93, 94, can't remember what the fuck it was now. I think I was lucky running standard hooks that I did back off my drag a bit and also that he swallowed the whole damn thing.
Yeah, he actually had it on his tongue with both trebles in it. So you had a lot more go. Where if he was pinned by one.
And I had a lot more drag.
That's
I reckon he would have straightened them out. No worries. So, yeah, it's probably confused the shit out of a lot of people then.
Yeah.
They're like, do this, but do that, but don't do this then, but do this and that. But nah, look.
Trial and error, baby.
It is trial and error, and it's rigging stuff up to your exact what you're trying to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Start with the outfit and work from there.
Yeah, and think of the like.
Yeah, Timmy, look, that's
yeah.
pure unluck. That's just
Well, not unlucky. Landed the fish. That's lucky as fuck. That's heaps good. But to have the split ring pull like that, especially when it's rated at a 100-pound split ring,
like ducking back maybe 2 or 3 months ago in the river on the Decker Dodge, I had one roll a split ring off completely. And that was just because there was no give between him rolling and the lure and my pressure of the rod.
Yeah.
He opened the split ring and rolled it off. And
Yeah.
I think it was a 90-pound split ring. And I was like, it was a 60-centimetre fish.
There you go.
And I literally watched him roll it off on the top. And it was just pot luck. Like he got the right angle and I fucking didn't.
Yeah.
So,
Well, even now you can get the triple wind split rings as well.
yeah. They do take a lot of action out of your lure, though. I stopped using
really?
them. Yeah.
I still haven't messed around with them. I've looked at them and ummed and ahed, and I was like, it's a lot of extra weight. They're a bit chunkier. They're probably going to be bit more heavy duty.
Yeah.
But yeah, you know what it
It's
is.
just something about them, eh? They just
If it
take
ain't
too
broke-
much out.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Yeah. I went to oval split rings, thought they were the king shit for getting a bit longer. Mate, I'd rather double split ring.
Yeah, I've double split ringed a lot of stuff now.
Yeah.
Just to get that front hook a little bit lower.
Yep.
Yeah, especially on plastics. Pro tip.
Oh, absolutely.
Not a pro tip. I'm definitely not a fucking pro. But I love.
Not a pro.
No, fuck no, I'm nowhere near it. But I love double splitting the front of soft plastics. I reckon just that little bit extra length, you can bury it in a
Yeah.
little bit further back, and they're still going to take the head and grab it. Yeah,
And another good thing about double split ring and a lot of stuff, and I do it with plastics. If you don't have the weight, you can use that front split ring as a clip on for your fast edge
yeah.
chin weight.
Yeah, if it doesn't got a chin weight clip or a chin weight
sender.
spot. Yeah,
Your
Put
hook's
an
still
extra
far
spot
enough
in.
away where it's not going to bother it. And I've done that plenty of times with plastics that don't have chin weight.
Yeah, shit, yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
there's another little tip. I hope you got something out of that, Timmy. Hopefully everyone else did too. But we fucking went real deep into that one.
Yeah, a little bit.
You get that though. Oh dear. Well, we come across a little topic about how Murray cod got their scientific name.
Yeah, a funny story. So me and Az went for a beer last night. Oh, a couple other people came down to our local watering hole on a Wednesday night.
Yeah.
And I was in chucking a piss. And as he's trying to convince me to go to karaoke after a couple of beers.
Yeah, bad idea.
Bad idea straight off the bat. I'm like, I do not want to go to karaoke. And he said, give me the scientific name for a yellow belly and a Murray cod in the next 10 seconds or you're coming to karaoke.
Yeah.
So whipped out my phone. He's like, you can't be checking on your fucking phone. Fuck off. So I rattled off the two scientific names, man, fastest Google typer in Australia, I reckon.
I reckon you were too.
I had them both out in at least 15 seconds.
I was like, this fucker on his phone.
Yeah. But the thing that I stumbled across was the Murray cod scientific name, which is, I need to look this back up now.
Yeah, get the. I call it the Mata Willy Pilly.
You call it chili pilly.
Chili Pilly.
But it's Maculacella pili. So Maculacella pili. Maculacella pili. Yeah, fuck. I'm still probably pronouncing it wrong.
Wob.
Yeah. But I was reading about it, and Major Mitchell, who was one of the guys in 1838.
Yep.
It's the first document. So taking photos and sizes and lengths and whatever else of Murray cod, caught it out of the Peel River. And that's where I thought the Peely, so it's Peelii, Peely, the end of the scientific name. That's where I thought it came from.
Yeah.
And it said it somewhere. It's named after the first river. It was documented in Peely River. But no, Az has gone back and had another fucking look.
Yeah, and it was something
It's
to do with the Northern Hemisphere
Groper.
Yeah, so there's two different stories. We both don't know which one to fucking go with.
It's more likely the groper, and it just happens to have Peel, and that's where he documented Peel River.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So it was something to do with obviously the groper supposedly got trapped inland, and that's how the Murray cod become the Murray cod.
Yeah, we've mentioned it before in another episode how they got pretty much land bound
Yeah. And that peely was something to do with their scientific name up in the Northern Hemisphere. So that's – but, yeah, I like this Major Mitchell's one. Like he caught the first cod in 1838.
Well, not the first European fella.
Yeah.
I mean, Aboriginal fellas have been catching them for fucking 40, 50,000 years.
They should have just walked to the next camp and oi, bros, what's this? It would have been heaps easier. But, yeah, no, he's come up with a scientific name and who knows? Someone might know out there, fisheries, someone.
Yeah, let us know what we're talking about.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, but interesting. Like, yeah.
Yeah, it is a cracking one. But, oh, dear. That beer is going down well, son.
Oh, it's fantastic.
But this is one touching base on something we spoke about last week, and I briefly touched on about it because I knew fuck all about it.
2 episodes ago.
Was it? 2 episodes. Oh, yep, sorry.
2 episodes ago.
About the fella that went out and chased the 1,000 pound.
The Old Man in the Sea, which is a story by Ernest Hemingway.
That's him.
Yep.
Mate, I'm going to get you to read this little paragraph out because this is quite interesting, and it's more so of a like little life lesson as well.
Oh, for sure.
As much as we're talking about exaggerating fish and stuff like that, which is all well and fun. It always is.
Yeah, we were talking about the Mitre 3 and the Mitre 7 cod, and then this paragraph about the Old Man in the Sea about dragging a marlin back and being eaten, a 1,000 pound marlin, blue marlin, being eaten by sharks on the way back.
It was something like 84 days this fella chased this fish.
Yeah.
Right. Give it a go.
I'll read it out. The central character in the old Cuban fisherman is an old Cuban fisherman named Santiago, who has not caught a fish for 84 days. The family of his apprentice, Manolin, has forced the boy to leave the old fisherman, though Manolin continues to support him with food and bait. Santiago is a mentor to the boy who cherishes the old man in the life lessons he imparts. Convinced that his luck must change, Santiago takes his skiff far out into the deep waters of the Gulf Stream, where he soon hooks a giant marlin. With all of his great experience and strength, he struggles with the fish for 3 days.
Wow.
3 days.
And I whinge after an hour.
Well, you were even talking about when you were fighting your fish for an hour, how it went straight down under the boat about 150 metres.
Yeah, and just sat there like a dog.
Yeah, just sat there.
Couldn't get him up.
And then what were the boys on board telling you about that fish?
That it'd get eaten by a shark if I didn't get it up.
Yeah,
so
that's right.
So they gunned it and got it to the surface.
Yeah, so they gun it forward and let the drag do its thing, and then the water pressure on the line brings the fish up, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So it's like this guy's fighting it for 3 days. Fuck, that fish was either strong or really tired.
It's 10 times the size of the marlin I had, though.
So, admiring its strength, dignity, and faithfulness to its identity is as true as Santiago as a fisherman. He finally reels the marlin in and lashes it to his boat. However, Santiago's exhausting effort goes for naught. Sharks are drawn to the tethered marlin, and although Santiago manages to kill a few of the sharks end up eating the fish, leaving behind only its skeleton. After returning to the harbour and discouraged, Santiago goes to his home and goes to sleep. In the meantime, others see the skeleton tied to his boat and are amazed. A concerned Manolin is relieved to find Santiago alive, and the two agree to go fishing together again.
Yeah, that's a story.
Yeah, that's a hell of a story.
So his commitment, that is out of this world commitment. Like you think 3 days cod fishing, grinding it out for that one bite is hard. That bloke done 84 days.
84 days without anything and a 3-day fight on a fish.
3-day fight. mate, I would have fucking cut the line. It's a shark.
Oh,
But yeah, no, it's
but something else goes to speak in that story is that he was disheartened by only bringing back the skeleton.
yeah,
But in truth, the skeleton shows how big that fucking fish was.
exactly right. Yeah, he still had proof. He just didn't have the volume to back it up.
Yeah.
But mate, you could imagine how fucking exhausted that fella was, and the determination to get all that done. It's just, mate, fucking hands down.
Boggles.
Like, if you've got determination like that, if you determine yourself like that in any fishing scenario, whether it's comps, social, chasing that meter, whatever it is, it's going to happen.
Fuck yeah.
You just,
All right, I'll pose a question to you now.
Yep.
So everyone knows, fuck the tax man when you're outside water fishing.
Yeah.
You're always going to get fucking sharked every now and then. And I've seen it, a few photos, like huge GTs. And those GTs would be fucking, proper trophy fish.
Yeah.
But they've been chewed in half by sharks.
I'm still holding it up for a photo.
Fuck yeah, so many people do. But why does it take away from that size of that fish?
Yeah, that's right.
You're not holding up a whole fish, but that thing was a bloody trophy fish.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
When it, in a sense, just holding that thing, even if it's only half of a fish or a third of a fish, it should mean just as much. Like, you've hooked it, you've caught it, and unfortunately, taxman decided to take his cut.
The old taxman, at least, thank fuck they're not in the rivers.
Yeah.
Or our rivers, I should say. There's a few rivers they're in, but
I reckon our taxman in the rivers actually gives back. Like, if you catch a small cod and the bigger one eats yours, you're fucking upgraded there, son. You get tax back that year.
you get a tax return.
I love a good tax return, especially in the fucking river. I've only ever had one instance of a cod coming up trying to eat a smaller one.
Fuck, only once.
Yeah, once.
Holy shit.
It was bait fishing and pretty much little tap, hooked him up. I don't know, he would have been a 50-something centimetre, dragging him across the top of the water, how they just come up and just skip across.
Yeah.
Big, I wouldn't know how big it was, but just boof, boof, boof on the way back. 3 times it had a crack at it, stunned the shit out of this little fella. He swam away, thankfully, but stunned the crap out of it, but yeah.
Mate, I've had it shitloads, eh? Like cod trying to eat other cod, or even yellows. I've had yellows trying to get eaten.
Yeah.
Even when I took Nick out to the Barrendong the other week,
that's right. Yeah, you were saying
cod
that.
come up and tried to eat the yeller, and I reckon in the river I've had it probably 10, 15 times.
That's cool.
The coolest one was out at my old Faithful Rock.
Yeah.
Where I got my big girl from. About 200 metres upstream from there, I hooked a 69. It was 69 centimetres long. And it got eaten at the side of the kayak by a bigger fish. And I got its head up and I seen the fish and I was like, holy shit. And all of a sudden it just let go and it didn't come back.
Yeah.
And I remember putting this 69 on the brag mat and I was like, that thing just got eaten.
Yeah.
Like, I watched it. There was a tail hanging out of its mouth.
Yeah.
It got away. My poor fish did not swim away.
Yeah.
He was no good. But he was only eaten for probably 10 seconds. But it was enough. Like, I don't know if this cod crushed him or what, but he wouldn't swim away. So,
well, I'd like, after filling a few of the bigger cod now, and then if you have I don't wear a glove or use lip grips that much with cod.
I do now.
Yeah, you do now. You've been stung a few times.
Oh, fuck.
But I still haven't learnt my lesson yet. I haven't had too much skin ripped off my thumb. I've had a lot, don't get me wrong. But but still holding it. But just the pressure they can put on your thumb just by clamping down some of those big fellas.
Oh, absolutely.
Holy crap. Yeah. And it just got there, just like talking about before with the LG plough and that hook going straight through the side.
Yeah, just jaw pressure.
Obviously, just got grabbed, the hook in the right position and forced the hook straight through the side of the fucking lure.
Yeah.
You try and force that lure in just with your bare hands.
Yeah, no way.
Hell no.
But
Hell no.
one really cool thing with that fish that got eaten was I actually heard it get boofed like 3
Underwater?
or 4 times before I seen it. And I was like, what is that sound? It's just boof, boof. Holy shit.
I love the sound
And
of an
then-
underwater boof.
Yeah. And once this fish had got like, oh shit, he would have been half a foot under the surface. I seen him and he just engulfed this fish. And I was like, fuck, we're on here. And like you think him swallowing this fish head first, I would have put a hook in him. But clean as whistle, spat her out. But the boof, mate, that gives you, if your hairs don't
you
stand up on your neck
Yeah.
when you hear that boof, you're like, holy shit, that's a good fish.
Speaking of, Reed Cunningham, I-guide Murray Cod.
Yep.
Do you see the video of that, I don't know, it would have been a 50s model, maybe a 60 model get engulfed by a Mitre?
Yeah, and it's wedged in its mouth.
And the cod, the cod that they caught was just wedged in its mouth. It didn't have a hook in it.
Nah. You can
That's
still see the
so
hook in the little
cool.
one's mouth.
Yeah. It's like, do you reckon he was holding on? Do you reckon it was actually wedged?
Mate, I reckon cod are aggressive enough to not let
Just
go.
hold on.
They're like,
He's like,
no,
nah,
it's mine.
It's mine. Fuck you.
Absolutely.
I don't care if I have to
reckon
go up to the fucking you fucking air breathing cunt. I'm going to take this fish. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, they're fucking interesting.
There's some pretty cool shit out there that you see, and especially that bullfin.
And that's probably the thing that I love about going to smaller tinnies without decks and stuff.
You can hear it.
You can hear everything so much better.
A plain aluminium tinny, you can
Yeah.
hear your lure fucking swim back no way.
Yeah, that's right. You get a loud rattle like a jazz lure. What are they called? Jazz.
You hear your orgies, slickbacks.
Yeah, anything with a loud rattle, you get in a plain skin tinny without any decking or anything in it, you can hear that thing rattle for 20 metres.
I love when you hear a hit and you don't even feel the fucking thing.
Yeah.
You're just like, and you're, oh, was that
Yeah,
a
you
hit?
hear a
And then
boom,
you throw it
it's
back in there.
quick,
and you,
real quick rattle and poof, and a real quick wet rattle. And you're like, ooh.
yeah, that used to be so good. I remember doing it as a kid, like when I had my 12-foot tinny with my 5 horse, and I used to go to the dam with the old girl and old man. Mate, I was mad on TN60s. TN60s, I used to put
you can hear them
in a
like
tray.
anything else. Yeah.
I had a Plano tray. I used to fucking put cotton balls in my tray to put these
what?
TNs. Mate, they were gold to me.
Cotton balls.
Yeah, cotton balls so my TNs didn't get scratched up. Fuck, mate, I looked after my gear back then. And I remember I bought Kokodas, and then I remember one day I just saved all my lunch money. I was like, I'm buying a TN60.
I'm getting a jackal.
I think I had like 4 or 5 of them at that stage.
How much do you reckon a jackal was back then?
Oh, mate, I think, honestly, back then it was probably $23 or something like that.
Fuck, they haven't gone up much by that. No, you're a young fella.
Yeah, I was a wee little whippersnapper. And, I remember going to the dam and I threw this jackal for the first time and I could hear it like 30 metres away on the edge, and I'm like,
oh.
what's that sound
that
in the
rattle
tinny?
noise?
And then I was like, oh, that's my lure. Every time I jigged it, I heard it. And I started learning the double hop sink.
Yeah.
And you'd be hearing it, you go, brr, brr. And as it's sinking, it'd just go, brr. And you're,
Oh, yeah.
what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
And you'd do it again and bang. And you'd hear this fish thrashing this TN60 before you even felt it.
Yeah.
I might have been a rookie back then, that slack line, but
Was this when you were using gammas? Gamokus?
yeah, I was Gamokus back then. Yeah,
so
well,
you're
truly.
using a bloody glass fibre rod. It's got
Yeah, and like
a wet
Suffix.
noodle.
No, what was the fucking brand back then?
a suffix.
Is it
braid.
Stern? STREN?
You're talking braid.
Yeah, like proper old school stuff. There was Bionic braid, Bionic and Stern. Yeah.
Suffix would have been back then as well, sure.
Suffix, yeah. Suffix still had it. But, yeah, it was this Stern braid. I remember it because it was the only yellow one you could buy in a tackle shop for years. And, yeah, that was my cue. I didn't feel the fucking bites. When I heard it, that was my strike. It was insane. And, mate, I caught so many yellers as a kid doing that.
Yeah.
And jigging them, like, we'd just drift along a tree, no electric motor. A bank. And we'd be just teabagging these TNs.
Teabagging yellers.
Like, and you'd jig up and then all of a sudden go tick, tick, tick. Oh, you just strike straight into a fish. It was unreal. So yeah, I'll never forget them days. Back when I was trying to learn how to catch fish, I kind of give it a go, but yeah, I was no good at it.
All right, so moving on. You got a couple of yarns you heard this week, mate.
Do you know what?
Yeah.
Look, yeah.
A couple of long lines.
Oh, mate, proper long lines here. So
Bloody oath.
it was quite funny. I wore my Cod Tales shirt in a local hardware store in Dubbo. And our mate pulled me up. He said, "Oh, Cod Tales." I said, yeah, mate. He said, "Oh, I've got a few stories about cod for you." I was like, "Oh, fire away, mate. I got all the time in the world." I
Here we
fucking
go.
didn't. I was in a mad panic to get home and sort some shit out. And I'm like,
Just
fucking,
being too polite in the fucking
yeah,
in the
way
day.
too polite. I've got arm fucking full of shit, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to put this down. This could be worth it. Put it all down. And he said, "Let me tell you about the cod." I was like, "The cod? What do you mean?"
The cod.
He said, "Mate, there's 3 big ones."
3 big ones.
And I was like, "Oh, yeah." He caught
he's
3
caught
big
them all.
ones.
All 3 big
He
ones.
said, "No, mate, you won't catch these ones." He said, there's one at the Walkway Bridge." "Oh, yeah. In town here?" "Yep, there's one at the Walkway Bridge. A few people have seen him. A few people have looked him. No one's landed him." I was like, "Oh, I can't wait for this." So, he's
the log that sits under the pillar, the pylon.
Anyway, he's telling me about this cod, and he's like, "Mate, it'd be $1.50. It's a barrel. It's a good fish. I've even witnessed people get snapped off by it." And I'm like,
Yeah.
"Oh shit, yeah, no,
All right,
that's good."
Yeah.
And he said, "But let me tell you about number 2." I was like, "Oh yeah, far away, mate." Anyway, he's like, "Oh, it's a local reserve. I can put it out there, but it was
Not going to name names.
yeah." He's like, "Oh, there's a gum tree, and it's below this gum tree in a root ball, blah blah blah."
Yeah.
I'm like, "Oh yeah." I said, "You have a tingle of this fella?" He said, "Mate, you wouldn't believe it. This one was a bit trickier." He said, "I've seen even back in the day when there was set lines around and stuff, mate. No one could stop them.
Yeah.
They were using rope, mate, and making their own hooks out of steel." And I was like, "Fuck me dead. What are you talking about?" But anyway, he's giving this yarn, and he's going straight to the third one, and the third one is my fucking favourite.
Hang on. Didn't the second one ring bark a tree or something with a
No,
rope?
this is the third one.
Oh, the third one. Sorry. Yeah, continue.
Yeah, so this third fish, it was the biggest of them all. It was the mythical creature, and he started it off with he'd seen this fish twice sunbaking, and he'd went
Sunbaking fish. It's got its aluminium foil out and deck chair.
bit of lemon, and
Cucumbers on its eyes.
he said, "Mate, this fish, he used to taunt me. I used to go down there bait fishing, and he'd come up the surface and just start sunbaking.
Yeah.
And I'd throw a worm or something in front of him, and he'd follow it down, and he would never eat it." I'm like, "Oh, yeah." He said, "So one day I outsmarted this bastard." I said, "Oh, yeah." He said, "I tied a rope to a chain, and I put it around this gum tree." And he said, "I went to bed that night, and I woke up the next morning. It was the first thing I ever fucking did was walk down to that river and have a look at my line." And he said, as I'm walking down, the chain is ring barked this tree from where this cod's going up and down trying to get away." And I'm starting to giggle to myself. And I was like, "Holy shit, you land it?" He said, "Mate, I pulled it to the bank. I couldn't believe my eyes. It just looked at me." He said, "I fucking don't know how I'm going to get him out of the water." And I was like, "Oh, yeah, what, did you get some photos?" He said, "Mate, I unhooked it. A tractor wouldn't have pulled him out." A tractor. I was like, "Well, that'll do me. I'm going home to fix a shower."
That's brilliant.
That is the best. If a tractor can't pull a cod, fuck, that's a big... chupapi. I'm not swimming in the Macquarie anymore. I'm done. If that thing can't...
The old Macy 65 would have struggled to pull her out. You reckon?
Yeah, I found it, and I was like, a chain ring bark and a gum tree. Like, holy shit. This is, and he was adamant too. Like he's telling it with all this passion in his eyes, and I'm like,
that's awesome,
mate. Well done, good on you.
Fucking oath.
Rip in. Oh my god!
I really do love those stories. They're the
good
best.
fun.
And Nick, flashback to episode 1 where we're talking about the poem from Muzz about cod fishing. Same thing, you know. hooked him up to a tractor plow, and it pulled the plow through the fucking trees, and it was ripping the trees out.
Instead, the cod was beaten. The boys let out a cheer as the Moby Dick of the inland sea started to appear. Still gives me goosebumps. But yeah, real good stuff.
Oh.
But mate, ANZAC Day.
Yeah, it's coming up soon. Coming up real soon. Yeah, so this episode will come out a week after ANZAC Day pretty much.
Yeah.
And it's going to be a good time, as it always is on ANZAC Day.
ANZAC's Christmas to me.
Yeah.
Love it. It is the most exciting part of the year. Show me respects, have a good time, play a bit of two up, play up myself. Yeah, you know how it goes.
That's what it is. And it helps me a little bit because it is my birthday on ANZAC Day.
And that it is.
So it just makes that day a little bit more special for me, but it does not take away at all from what the day is all about.
Nah, well, look, I feel bad for you. It's such a good day.
You can't be saying you feel bad for me. I got a public holiday for every single one of my birthdays.
You know what? Yeah, fuck, I'll take that back. That's red hot.
Yeah. Get to take every single one of my birthdays off as a public holiday. Also, get to get up nice and early, which I love to do. Go pay your respects at the ceremony in the morning, the dawn service.
Amen.
Have a few rums.
And we always do.
Yep, have a few sips of rum to honour our fallen and honour our service men and women.
Yeah, so mine and Dane's tradition on ANZAC Day is we always get up at around 4 o'clock.
Yep.
And we meet up and we pour ourselves a flask of good old rum.
Yep.
And, mate, we go to the dawn service and we have a few sips before and after and sometimes during. And, just do it like the boys did back then that looked after our country.
Yeah.
And you kind of want to – we like to live in their footsteps. Like, it's just a bit of respect. And we that's the way our day rolls. We might go and have a bit of brekkie afterwards, smell them with a bit of rum on our breasts. But
yep. Have a bacon, an egg and a coffee and then
chupapi.
Head to the pub.
Yeah, it's normally that like 2-3 hours in between the dawn service and the pub's opening.
Yeah.
That's normally the shit part because if you don't keep going, you're tired as fuck.
Yeah, that's right.
So you just got to we'll go back to mine and we'll have a few quiet beers.
Yeah, that's right. And by, 10, 11 o'clock, it's time to think you head to the pub.
Yeah, pubs are opening. Let's go.
Yeah, get it all set and ready in motion. But, yeah, actually you had someone write in the last couple of weeks, actually out of the army.
Yeah.
And he just said he's written into us and he said he was 17 and he's bounced between the armoured corps and helicopters. Now he's in Air Force. He's done a few deployments over the Middle East, had a few mental health issues. We all have. I dare say our armed forces is probably more than most.
Yeah.
Yeah. So definitely if you've got someone in your family or friends or whatever, make sure you're looking after them, especially on ANZAC Day or that week or whatever. And he's just gone on to say that fishing has sort of helped him out in these times. Like it's something that sort of resets him, brings him back. Yeah,
I'm in his boots, mate. I understand what fishing does for me, and when I've had my proper downs and headspace isn't quite right, mate, fishing just brings it back. And, yeah, I totally understand him there, mate. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, for sure. So he's also asked us to give us a bit of a shout-out to the 42 Casts. So it's a veteran-run mob, and they raise some dollars for a bunch of different organisations to help house veterans, taking them on fishing trips, camping trips, all that sort of stuff. Just a long list of stuff they try and help these guys out with, because obviously he understands how good fishing can be.
Yeah, that's right.
For your mental health.
Like, what a great cause. Like, you're bringing veterans that are traumatised and they've got those mental health issues, open their eyes up with a bit of freedom, bit of fishing, and inspire them with a bit of passion. So
that's right.
Yeah, what a great cause.
Yeah. Also need to shout out to
Reeling Vets,
which is another great group. Same sort of thing. You know, just a bunch of veterans getting together, going fishing, talking about stuff, doing stuff together.
Yeah.
Having that old camaraderie and that social aspect of fishing is so important, I think.
And I know you listen to this, mate, so whenever you're around Dubbo, I promise you, me and Dane will take you for a run the river. We'll go catch a few cod together and, mate, thanks for everything you've done. Yeah,
for sure, mate. Yeah, it's the least we could do for what you've done to this country or done for this country, I should say.
Yeah.
And, yeah, I think both me and Az, we've had people in our families that have served.
Yep, absolutely.
Yep. So I think it's just a great thing to give back to people that have given everything for you.
Exactly right, mate. And we really appreciate it, and everyone out there that's got family and friends that have also been a part of it. So
yeah, so I hope everyone gets around that good day and has a good time, pays their respects, and remembers the people that have fallen and the people that have served.
Exactly. Yeah. And that leads me on to one little brighter thing is obviously this is a very passionate day for me and Dane, so hope you all drink responsibly. But
yep, definitely do.
One thing that has stood out to me and through fishing and ANZAC Day was 2 years running. It was a comp at Burrendong Dam.
Yeah, this is right. Yep.
And mate, that showed me how much people cared.
For sure.
Obviously, we get up and we do our thing. No matter what the day is, what you've got on that day, you make sure you get up early. We had our flask of rum or a couple of swigs out of a bottle that day. And, mate, we decided to drift out, get on the boats and get outside and just be off the bank and just watch the sun come up.
Yeah.
And, mate, that was unreal.
That's right.
And then the very next year rolls around, we're at the exact same dam and a few people got wind of it. And by the end of it, mate, it was
20 boats.
Yeah, we had 20 boats with us. The boys were playing ANZAC music, and we watched the sun come up, and we were all passing a bottle of rum around, and it wasn't nothing. We weren't being stupid having fucking giant swigs of it.
No,
it was more just have a sip, pass it on, and mate, to see all those fishing boats to get together, mates from parts of this country you only see in tournament time come together and show their respects on the water.
Yeah, for sure.
Mate, that was off its head.
Yeah, getting out there, calm water, there's still mist, the sun is rising.
Yeah.
It's just like, and it sort of replicated that feeling that you get from going to that dawn ceremony too.
Yeah, mate, absolutely. Then obviously we couldn't go to the dawn service those 2 years because we were in a tournament, but that didn't take away the meaning.
No, God no.
And I tell you what, I reckon the second one was the best one for me because it gave me that much motivation. I ended up winning that comp and it was fantastic. Let's go.
The spirit of the ANZAC was with you that day.
Mate, it sure was. They obviously knew I paid me respects and boy, did they give me some fish in return. That was an unreal Sunday for upgrades. And I come in with a very high sale that day. It was great.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, fantastic. So, yeah, I think everyone pay your respects, do your dues. Let's go.
Yes, mate. Well, we've got another thing on the list here.
We do. One final thing.
One thing we really want to share with everyone and we want everyone's input.
Yeah. Something that we want people's input. Yeah, be good.
We've been thinking about this and no doubt there is going to be a video. We're going to make a video about this.
Oh, every day of the week.
We're going to have to go to Uncle Dan's to make this video happen. But however, me and Dane have decided to make a Cod Tales cocktail.
Let's go.
So get excited because It's going to be green. It's going to be mean. I can give you that. So
Just like our favourite fish is going to be green and very mean.
It's got to be green.
Yeah.
We've got a few ideas floating through our head.
Yeah, it's a bit of a hard one to sort of like get your head around. Like, I'm not a cocktail maker or a cocktail person that much anyway.
We're going to be by the end of it.
We will be. But yeah, we need it to be green. We need it to be mean. I don't know. I'm sort of thinking like a whiskey cocktail.
I'm a very big fan of a whiskey base.
Yeah, like a whiskey in, that's like the colour of the river. And then, I know, like a green drink on top, like, I don't know, Midori or something.
And we've got to have like the fish. Black speckles going through it.
Black speckles going through.
And what we mean by that is like we might want to incorporate something like
passion fruit seeds.
Passion fruit is perfect. But however, you don't want to be sucking those little bastards up.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, maybe a couple of drops of spiced rum, bit of Kraken or something.
Yeah, you just got to have that colour, a bit of white for the cod belly.
Yeah.
And the bite's going to be the teeth. I guarantee you that it's going to have some kick. But yeah, no, we're gonna work it out over the next few weeks.
Yeah, for sure.
Do a few lives and
we
got to get pissed.
Yeah, got a bit of inspiration from or is it the Bundalong Tavern?
Bundalong Tavern.
They do a cod juice cocktail.
Yeah, it's just called cod juice.
Yeah, just called cod juice.
Yeah.
So you walk down there, order a cod juice, get it in you, go catch a big cod. So sort of got the inspiration from that.
And some of the boys drink that religiously before they go cod fishing down at Mulwala.
Yeah. So it's like, Cod Tales cocktail, got a bit of a ring to it as well. So
yeah, we thought,
might give it a go.
We're not cocktail men, but we're going to give it a go. So yeah, bear with us. Yeah. And if you got some input on what you think of
send us a message. Otherwise, you'll probably see us on a Facebook Live or something with about 10 bottles lined up in front of us. We're going to try a few different combinations.
And we'll give you the absolute results, mate. We'll make sure it's on a Friday or a Saturday. No, probably Friday. Friday would be perfect because
Friday are they?
If you just want to give it a crack on the Saturday, we'll have you sorted. We'll be the puppets.
Yeah.
We'll do the taste test and sit back and enjoy.
Might take a few goes.
Oh, I guarantee it's going to take a few goes.
Bloody oath.
Might be a few goes and hitting the record button too because we might be a bit cut by the end of it. But we're going to get it done.
Bloody oath.
Cod Tales cocktail.
Yep. Should be good. As always, right at the end, just want to do a quick shout out to Mental Health Lure Board. Always got that cracking on, always something new, something different. And thanks so much to everyone that's bought something off the auction.
Yeah, we're closing in hard to $8,000 now.
Yeah, we literally just did $7,000 tonight. And I think we've got a couple $100 left over to go roll into the next 1,000.
Yep.
So it'll be within the next 1 or 2 auctions probably. And we'll have that 8. And that means we're only $2,000 off our goal. Our goal with Are You Okay? And then reevaluate and go from there, see what happens.
Yeah, that marks 30 donations as in lure donations. So it might not seem a lot. Some of these prize packs donation packs that we've done, they've got up to some of them are 5 or 6 lures in each. So and that's not just one person donating the whole lot. There could be
a bit of a culmination of people.
That's big shout out to everyone that's chucked a lure in.
Yeah, thank you so much. It's brilliant. Love your work. Absolutely.
And if you want to send one in, go check out our socials. We've got the new PO box put up there.
Yep.
More than welcome to send it in and help out this great cause.
For sure. On that note, we'll leave you to it.
Thanks for another week.
Stay tuned for next time.
See you, people.
See yous.